Wanted to read you guys a little bit from my journal before I fell asleep for the night. Just coming off the amazing UFC fight 283. I wrote a few words of wisdom for you all. Now I want you to imagine a scenario that if you were born and you had a choice to make as you were born, like a destiny that you could kind of pick and choose that you were not really aware of. And one of those, you live a good life, a decent life. Not too difficult, but it's also not too good. You live well, grow up decent, you do okay in school, you get a good job. As you mature, you do well, Get a good wife, kids grow up fine. If this is the life you choose, you will die ungrateful. You will die without knowing what it meant to be alive. Let's look at the other man who chose at his destiny. He knows his path will be a lot harder. It will be a lot more pain, a lot more times where he could give up and could succumb back into like that blacky void. That void of ugh. But it doesn't. No, this is the life that rejects good, that rejects weakness and modernity, the weak vices, and instead strives for pure mastery, for pure greatness, to suffer and to grow from it, to fail and to learn from it, to not be good enough, understand this, and over time learn and develop. This is the man who, when he has kids, they will be grateful that they were born to him, grateful that they were born to a man who made himself. Let me see the exact quote I wrote down. The man who made himself, the man who, is a self-made millionaire who spent all this time working himself, the Conor McGregors of the story, the Kobe Bryants. You don't have to be this big, but the man who made himself is the greater man. Without a fucking doubt. There is no what ifs and situations. The man who made himself is the greater man. Look at anyone in our fucking history, and especially American history. It's all about the American dream. Make yourself out of nothing. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. The man who made himself is the greater fucking man. And yet we live in this fucking sodomistic fucking... How much fat people do you see in a day? How much weak people do you see in a day? How much men do you see in a day? I don't mean that's a guy. No, a men. How much he could kill someone by throwing a spear through his chest. Or that man I trust with my life. If I knew him well. You don't fucking see that. What the fuck? If aliens invaded us, bro, what the fuck would they say? They would say that the man who made himself is the greater man. Thank you for joining in the Material Peace Experience. I'll be bringing some fire-ass videos to y'all. Developing myself. And hopefully help develop you guys. You have a choice to make. Unlike the situation I gave before you, it's not a clear-cut choice that you made in the beginning of your life. Oh, you live well, or you can live to strive. No, every day, every choice you make is either I'll live all right, I'll do okay, I'll do enough to get by. Or you could do I'll push a little bit further. I know I can do a little bit more. You know what, that set in the gym, it was good, but it wasn't perfect. I'm going to go back right now, and I'm going to finish that set with some fucking determination or something some anger. The man who made himself is the greater man. Thank you for watching this episode of the Material Peace Experience. Sayonara, fuckos.